Hey, what's up guys, Shuckle King here, bringing you my week 4 team builder and battle for EWT, and I'm playing against Curseshaka. Curseshaka is really funny. He has a black and white randomizer Nuzlocke. Check that out, he's doing that with per-Ks, so it's a pretty funny series. You guys should definitely go check out his content. He is currently 0-3, so in an even worse position than I am at 1-2, which is definitely not something I'm too accustomed to being in most draft leagues, so hopefully I can rebound, but I know he is definitely, this is basically must-win territory for him because it's only 8 games. He can't really afford to lose that many games, so yeah, I think he has to win out to give himself a great chance to make playoffs, and I have to pretty close have to win out the rest of my games to give myself a good chance, or at least a good chance to get a higher seed. So I'm sure he's going to bring the best team possible, and he has some pretty scary things on his team. His threats from most to least threatening, I would say, are the Cofagrigus, Mega Medicham, Kyurem-b, Excadrill, Alolan Muck, Seismitoad, Ribombee with Zeev move access, and Mega with Zeev move access, Turtonator with Zeev move access, Mesprit, and Electivire. So he's not Z, Kyurem-b or Z Excadrill, which are definitely fine with that, but we'll see why Z, Ribombee, or Mega would be pretty annoying. Cofagrigus, I have the most annoying Pokemon against me just because Offensive Trick Room basically wins. Because Mew, Mega Latios are my best Mons on my team, and they both get hit by Shadow Balls. The only Pokemon that takes it on pretty reliably would be the Drapion. I guess Hariyama to an extent. If he's like Will-O-Wisp, then I don't take on Cofagrigus super well, but Drapion's really the only thing that can take a Shadow Ball on my team, and he could run like a Hidden Power and still do decent damage at +2, so I do have to watch out for that. Mega Medicham is still really, it's so good. I feel like it's definitely underrated in Draft League as like one of the best Megas. I do have Mew, which takes it on really well from like a physically defensive set. He can't really beat me, which is cool. It's got to make sure he could run Double Edge, which will do decent damage, but not to a KO if I'm defensive. Mega Latios is also a decent switch into its stabs, but Mega Mancham's just such a big threat that you can't really underestimate it. And he has very strong priority to deal with like my Dugtrio and my Archeops, who would be able to Revenge Kill normally, but they're both pretty frail. And they both probably die to a combination of Fake Out plus Bullet Punch. Kyurem-b, there's just limited switch-ins in general, but I have pretty good ways to Revenge Kill it, like an offensive Mew, Mega Latios, Ferrothorn handles it defensively, Darmanitan can Speed Tide if I'm, or Outspeed if I'm Scarfed, Dugtrio, Archeops, they all are Revenge Kill, so Kyurem-b doesn't have the greatest matchup, but I'd imagine we'd be trading 1-for-1 when he brings it. Excadrill, no sandwich is cool, but Ground Moves hurt my team in general. Alolan Muck is a great answer for Mew and Mega Latios, but I can make my sets be able to beat Alolan Muck if I want them both to, or one or the other. Seismitoad just because he has bulk, and I don't have super effective stab coverage to hit the Seismitoad. I have like Manaphy Energy Ball, but that's it. I have no grass types on my team, so he'll probably be able to live a hit or two. Ribombee and Yanmega both function pretty similarly. Both are fairly fast, with Yanmega getting the speed after a Protect. Ribombee's just naturally fast, and just Z-Bug Buzz is really good against me. I do have Ferrothorn and Diancie to take both of them on pretty well, but I gotta watch out for both of them. Turtonator, not sure what it does, but it probably Shell Smashes, but I feel like I should Revenge Kill it. I have Archeops and Dugtrio, not worried, and Mega Latios. Mesprit's bulky but not too strong, not worried, and Electivire is just not that great, so I'm not too worried about that, and I have a Dugtrio. So what I was looking at going into this matchup is I feel like there's one big threat, and I guess this is a little caveat that I didn't have a whole lot of time to build this team, so I still put some decent time in, but not as much time as I normally would for this league, so it was unfortunate there, but I feel like I have a pretty cool team regardless. So I want to get up Hazards as fast as possible. He has Excadrill to spin, but Ferrothorn should be able to beat Excadrill one-on-one, especially because he's not a Zeev move access, and his other forms of removal are Ribombee, which I can smack with a Gyro Ball. So I do like trying to get up a bunch of hazard with my Ferrothorn, and I have a bunch of offense that hopefully can overpressure him. I do have to watch out that he could be a lead Rabombi with Sticky Web. But I would leave him my Ferrothorn, and if I can kill Rabombi in exchange for Sticky Webs, then I'll be up 6-5, and I think I can be okay even if that occurs. And he could also be Toxic by Cofagrigus, but if I bring my Drapion, then it shouldn't be that big of an issue. So I do have to watch out for both those sets. And if he's Toxic by Cofagrigus, then he's probably not a Trick Room Nasty Plus set, so I would be more than okay with that. So I feel like Nasty Plus Cofagrigus is my downfall for this team. So I guess I do a Ferrothorn. I'll start here with basically max HP, max defense. A little bit of Spadef. I can take I believe a +2 Rabombi HP Fire. And I think that's after rocks. So I could take a lot of hits there. I could take any fire hit, say like a Kyurem-b Hidden Power Fire or a Electivire Fire Punch or a Medicham Fire Punch. Not that Medicham wouldn't just kill me with the high jump kick anyway, but we'll ignore that fact. I have Spikes and Stealth Rocks to just lead and get up as many hazards as possible early on in the match, and then hopefully my offense can overpower him. Gyro Ball is to make sure I'm not setup fodder. I can't really hit the Excadrill too hard, but if I lead hit it, I should be okay. He can Rapid Skin and get rid of my lead T, but then he'll be taking Iron Barb's damage, so I'm definitely okay with that exchange. I just have to watch out for like a sub SD Excadrill or something. Would be pretty bad if you led with that, or if you led with Mega Medicham. But the first Pokemon I'm trying to sweep this game with, and I feel like it has a really good chance to do so, is Mega Latios with Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Shadow Claw. This is the reason to pick Mega Latios over regular Latios, which is still undrafted, which is crazy. Maybe I overvalue just regular Latios so much, but I feel like Latios is just so good. I don't know if it's a top 10 Mega or a top 10 normal mod in the format. It could be if I exclude Megas. I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely up there, and it's just crazy that it hasn't been drafted yet. But a reason to pick Mega Latios over Latios is the ability to run physical sets, because it has 130 attack as opposed to base 90 attack, and Dragon Dance is such a great offensive move to get sweeps with. So Earthquake is there to hit the Alolan Muck. I kill Alolan Muck at +1 with Earthquake. I also hit the Excadrill and the Turtonator Electivire hard. I mean, I hit those with Dragon Claw anyway, which hits the Kyurem-b and a decent amount on the team, like Mega Medicham. And Shadow Claw hits like Mega Medicham harder, it hits the Mesprit harder, hits the Cofagrigus a little bit harder. So I wanted that little bit of damage output as opposed to like Zen Headbutt didn't really offer me that much, because Dragon Claw would normally do the same damage anyway. I guess the only thing about Zen Headbutt would it be that it does a little bit more damage to Rabombi. But otherwise, the three moves here I feel like hit his team really hard. Now he has like Mesprit that could take a hit, Seismitoad probably takes a couple hits. So I have to figure out ways to wear them out. But again, if I get Spikes and Stealth Rocks up, I should be able to, at minimum, to a KO, if not OHKO, all these threats. Another Pokemon that I have, I feel like that has a pretty good chance to set up sweep, is the Manaphy. Now what's nice about Mega Latios is that even if he gets Sticky Webs up with Rabombi, Mega Latios doesn't care. Manaphy is a little bit more hindered if he gets Sticky Webs up, just because I'll be revenge killable a lot easier. So I do have Papa Berry to kind of prevent that. If I take off a big hit, I'll still recover a lot of HP. Tail Glow, Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam hits the Kyurem-b. Surf hits a lot of his team hard otherwise, besides the Seismitoad, which I will hit with an Energy Ball. So this set is pretty straightforward there. And the defense was to live Adamant Fusion Bolt from Kyurem-b without rocks up. And the rest goes into special attack. Max speed to speed tie Mega Medicham if it's Jolly. Though, I probably wouldn't expect him to be Jolly Mega Medicham, because he probably wants Adamant to do more damage to the Mew. So, this also allows me to outspeed a Kyurem-b that's not Choice Scarfed, which is nice. So I said I might as well just at least speed tie Medicham. The next I didn't mention this about Mega Latios, but I have Adamant with max speed. This allows me to outspeed base 95s by 1. So I will be outspeeding Kyurem-b. By 1 point, I'll be outspeeding Electivire by 1, which is pretty clutch. I don't outspeed Medicham before Dragon Dance, but I'm not worried about that. Next Pokemon I have that I feel like is a good breaker, so I do want ways to weaken the Kyurem-b or revenge kill him easily, revenge kill to Kyurem-b, do decent damage to like the Mesprit. I don't think it's probably going to come, but a way to hit it just really hard, hit the Alolan Muck really hard, so that way Megaladios could set up a little bit easier. And that's Darmanitan with Choice Scarf. I was considering Choice Band. Like his switch in is Seismitoad, and that gets to a KO'd after like a rock and a spike from my Ferrothorn. It's ridiculous. Turtonator could take a Flare Blitz, but it's not going to come. I'd be very surprised if it did. But again, pretty straightforward EVs here to allow me to speed tie to Kyurem Black. I probably die to an Earth Power. I just hope I outspeed it, and I don't have to worry about that. I would kill the Kyurem Black after rocks with Flare Blitz. Fire Punch in case I don't want to take extra recoil, though I don't imagine myself hitting that move. U-turn just to gain momentum, and Earthquake is there for the Turtonator in the off chance that he does bring it. And Rock Slide, I have Earthquake over Rock Slide because I don't want to miss. The next Pokemon I have, so something like Choice Scarf Electivire would be annoying. Mega Medicham is pretty annoying because on the team I have, you haven't seen the last 2 months, I really don't have a switch in the Medicham because spoilers, I don't bring defensive Mew. Because I don't like bringing defensive Mew if I don't have to. So I want ways to reliably kill the Medicham with no issue. And that's the Doug Trio. I probably will have to sack something on my team to the Mega Medicham, but I will be able to revenge kill it with this set. I have Adamant, Kyurem-b, Earthquake. I have Protect, so the rest of the moves are straightforward. Stone Edge will hit the Ribombee and the Yang Mega. Hits the Kyurem Black a little bit, but I'd just go for the Earthquake anyway. Sucker Punch is there for one of the faster threats in that very off chance that I don't add speed naturally. The speed on this Doug Trio allows me to outspeed the Medicham, and then there's a pretty big speed gap, so I was okay with the EVs that I have here. But Protect allows me to live, or to not take damage from a Fake Out, and then Bullet Punch does like 60%, so I don't die to the combination of Fake Out plus Bullet Punch from a Medicham if it wants to come in and revenge kill my Doug Trio. So that's pretty clutch there, and I didn't really need a fourth move. Maybe Substitute, but that'd be pretty risky. I really didn't have anything else there to hit, but Kyurem-b will kill the Medicham. Again, didn't want to go like Choice Banded because I'd be locking myself into maybe a Yanmega getting a speed boost up, which would not be great. And the last Pokemon I have on my team is Mew, because right now I don't have any switch into a Yanmega that has a Bugnium-Z or a Ribombee that has like +1 Bug Buzz, especially because my Ferrothorn is probably going to die pretty early in this match. Darmanitan doesn't really want to take, I don't think it takes a +1 Z Bug Buzz from Ribombee. And Manaphy definitely won't. So Mew will allow me to do that because I do have Tanga Berry. I'll take a lot, but I'll be able to live a normal or a +1 Z move from Ribombee or Yanmega, and I can kill with Explosion in return. It seems a little much, but it does a lot of damage to the Medicham, and it does a lot of damage to the Kyurem Black, and also allows me to get my other setup mons in, which are the Manaphy and the Megaladios. I have Earthquake there to hit the Excadrill and the Alolan Muck, and that's basically it. Toxic will be able to let me wear down the Mesprit, the Seismitoad, and the Kyurem-b, which are all kind of a little bit of annoyances from my Megaladios from sweeping. So if I could weaken those, then that would be pretty clutch. Roost, in the off chance that like I want to still recover a little bit of HP on like the Seismitoad and Kyurem-b, and I don't want to explode, especially because Explosion's risky because he could easily, I would say fairly easily, switch in the Kyurem-b on a Mew, and then I would just be exploding into nothing, so that would be unfortunate. But that's my team. Let's see how well it does in the match. Alright, here we are for the battle against Curseshaka. My apologies that I'm doing this on Showdown. Instead of Wi-Fi, we disconnected on the last turn, but we were pretty confident at that point who was going to win the match, so we figured it'd be easier to recreate on Showdown and just replaying the match all over again on Wi-Fi, especially because the day when I played, I was going out with friends right after the game, so I couldn't re-record it on Wi-Fi then. So, looking at his team, it's very unexpected what I brought. What were the 6 unexpected mons? or probably the 6 least likely, were Electivire, which he brought, Mesprit, which he brought, Turtonator, which he brought, Yanmega, which he brought, Ribombee, which he brought, and then Seismitoad, I guess, would have been the 6th. So he brings Cofagrigus, which I figured was the most threatening thing. But, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty prepared with everything that he brought against his team. And he told me right before the game that he was bringing some heat. So I was definitely scared, but I had to still stick to my my game plan. But not seeing a Mega Medicham, a Kyurem-b, or a Excadrill, I'm pretty happy. So I'm going to get this game started. I'm going to lead with my Ferrothorn and just try to get up as many hazards as possible and just hope his Ribombee is not sticky webs. He leads to Cofagrigus, which I'm not too worried about, and he tricks me a Flame Orb, and I give him the Aqua Berry. So now I'm burned, which could be a little problematic. If he's a setup set, he could be like Trick to burn me, then I really can't do any damage. And then he could be, I guess he'd be Nasty Plot, Trick Room, and Shadow Ball, but I would kind of highly doubt that at this point. And he also wouldn't be able to touch Drapion, though I guess the Flame Orb was the way to touch it. So that's pretty cool tech. And he gets up Toxic Spikes against me, which hits everything except for this Ferrothorn and the Mega Latios. And I don't have Defog on this team, so the Toxic Spikes is going to wear me down pretty quickly, which is unfortunate. I do get a lead seed up on this Cofagrigus, just in case if he was set up, so at least I have somewhat of a way to touch it. So I'm definitely okay with that, especially because like a Gyro Ball is not going to do anything, because the Cofagrigus is so slow, let alone after the burn. So I'm going to just get up my Spikes, because I don't think he's set up after he set up a T-Spike. He's not going to be able to beat me, or like sweep me. So I'm going to just get up as many Spikes as possible, and hopefully try to sweep as quickly as possible. He lands a Fire Punch with the Electivire. Does a lot of damage because I don't have the Aqua Berry. The Cofagrigus does, but I'm okay. I can live ahead and get up 2 layers of Spikes, which is pretty clutch. And I figured that he's Choice Scarfed into the Fire Punch. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty confident Latios can live a hit anyway. So I'm going to just go for the Dragon Dance. Now, the Cofagrigus lives a hit if he's physically defensive, but I don't think he's Will-O-Wisp. And like a Shadow Ball is going to do decent damage, but it's obviously not going to kill. So I'm fine Twig KOing it, but I guess he's special defensive or some type of set. So I actually do kill. If he's special defensive, I do kill Cofagrigus. If he is physically defensive, I wouldn't have killed. So I'm pretty fortunate there. He brings Ribombee, but Shadow Claw is going to be a guaranteed kill, unless he had a lot of bulk and was a roll, but I would kind of doubt that that was the case. And even if he were bulky, I'd probably take on this set okay. He brings in the Yanmega next, and I could have Dragon Danced here, but in the off chance that it was a bait set and it was like a Tintin Lens, Bug Buzz to hit, or Air Slash to hit my DNC, I went for the move. Unfortunately, he does not get a double protect, and I am able to kill it with Dragon Claw. I still figured I have a good chance to win the game even if he did get the double protect. I could sack something else off, but fortunately I don't have to do that. I do outspeed, which I'm assuming is Scarfed Electivire here with my Latios. He brings in a Mesprit, and he could guarantee live this head even if he had no bulk. But I guess he didn't really have any way to touch me. I think he goes for the U-turn in the original match instead of Stealth Rock. It doesn't matter at this point. Mega Latios is going to pick up 6 kills. So a pretty quick game this week, especially because it's on... especially now we're playing on Shodan. These games go a lot quicker, but the graphics aren't as cool, so that's a little bit unfortunate there. But yeah, Mega Latios just comes in, Dragon Dances, and gets 6 kills. So I think I'm going to be at the top of the leaderboard with Mega Latios getting 10 kills in 4 games, which is pretty cool, especially considering that I've lost 2 games this season. Mega Latios has done really nothing in both the losses, so that's pretty incredible there. I've got to make sure I don't sack off Mega Latios, and I should be in pretty decent shape. So pretty good game for me. Unfortunate for Curseshaka. I wanted to see the heat that he was bringing. Maybe he'll show off what the heat was in his team builder in battle. So again, make sure you check him out. Make sure you guys give this video a like. Unfortunately, I don't have the Wi-Fi graphics up here. Hopefully it'll be next week to provide that for you guys. And maybe give a sub. I would appreciate all your support. But until next time, later guys.